Good afternoon. This is Mr. Suglecki. Room 11 is behind me. Room 11, say hello.
Hello.
And I would like to demonstrate today how to make a spider web. I have an ordinary piece of crepe paper, and I'm going to put some lines on it to show where I'm going to cut. Okay, I'm putting lines only on one side for now, and the line doesn't go all the way through. It goes from one side to almost the other side. So it looks like that. Okay? Then I'm going to do the same thing, turning it over. And I think Tigger would like it. Well, thank you. All right. So I have a project that looks like this. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to cut all the way on one side, all of the lines that are on this side, but I'm not going to go all the way through. Then I'm going to turn it over, and I'm going to do the same thing. And then I'm going to open it very carefully. And if I've done it correctly, I should end up with a, I want to say snowflake, but it's going to be a spider web. Now, the mistakes that I've seen some kids make in the past is they make these lines too close together, or they make them too far apart. And if you make them too close together, you end up with a very sore hand, because these things are kind of hard to cut through. But you also may end up with a spider web that's full of knots. If you make them too far apart, it really doesn't look like a good spider web. And what we're going to do is we're going to practice first with a piece of loose leaf paper when we're ready. So let's see if this is going to work. And notice I'm cutting, and I get very careful as I get to the end, because I don't want to go all the way through. If I cut it all the way through, boom, it's going to be a tiny little spider web that is not going to be very attractive. So I want to concentrate on what I'm doing, make sure I don't go all the way through. I think you can see what that looks like. And also, this is something new, this idea of making educational videos as I'm teaching, because this way if someone's absent, for instance Luke is not with us today, Luke can then watch this video on his own and learn from it. Okay, I've got one side almost completely done. There, so one side is done. Now I'm going to go and do the other side. Now I want to be careful not to drop it on the floor or anything, because if it gets tangled, it's going to be very difficult to open up. I just want to make sure I don't go all the way through. Now I have a nice strong pair of scissors here, which is very helpful, and it's good when you get this material seated way down in here in the wedge. If you try to cut it over here like this, it takes a lot more energy to do it. This takes a lot less energy if you can keep the crepe paper down in the wedge. It does help to sing a little Halloween song as you're doing this. I just demonstrated that. I think that was a Pink Panther. Not really Halloween. I want to thank my audience out there for being so attentive as I do this project, and if it works out well, I'd like to make more videos like this, but I would like to use students more as the stars. I think we have a very theatrical class here, and I think we could make some great movies. Now, I'm done. I've got it done on both sides. Now, here's the tricky part, and you might need a friend to help you do this. And what I'm going to do is I'm just going to roll out the very first layer, and then I'm going to roll it again. I don't know if you can see that. Gabe, check the video and see if you can see what I'm doing there. Can you see it on the table a little bit?
Yeah.
All right, good, thank you. Okay. Now, is my head cut off?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, I'm the headless snowflake maker, which is really a spider web. Okay, now what I'm going to do is I'm going to grab it like this, and I'm going to let gravity take it down. Shake it all out. And whoa!